Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Williams, and today I will be showing you how to play Uno by yourself to make this game even more depressing and challenging as it is. First off, we have our normal cards. As you can see here, they just function the same. Nothing really that special. And then we move on to our wild cards here, the standard wild and wild with a rule. Typically, I don't usually do the one on the right. We just leave it as a draw. And then next, we have our reverse card, which really does not do anything, since you're just playing by yourself. So it's more like a waste of cards. Next off, we have the drawing cards, which you have to draw yourself. Still the same applied. And we move on to our very last card, the cancel card. Now, this one is pretty significant because it is the cancel card. And for this one, you have to wait 10 seconds before you can make your next move. And essentially, that is all the cards. Now, here's the objective. The objective of the game is to get rid of your cards that you have in your hand. Now, here's a practice round. And while that is going on, and I just do that, I'm going to further explain about Well, actually, let me put it like this. This is a pickup video from the previous one about, whatchamacallit. The 3 pictures I showed you in the last video. And I'm necessarily going to follow up on that as well as get a little bit more in depth to it. So, here we go. First things first. We have the show, the thing itself. The inspiration or the drive, I could say, for this show is entirely based off of me not really liking Ninja Steel as a kid. It wasn't really great. It was kind of mid, or sort of lower than mid. I don't know, and I thought of, hey, why not just make it better and make it bigger and better? So this is what I'm going to show you, and that's what I'm doing. And I don't want to necessarily make this quote-unquote official, but I think I can do it anyways. So first of all, I've already said that so many times. First of all, my apologies. And in this video, I will just go through, the suits as well as important things about the show itself that I can cover in the rest of this voiceover, because it looks like I have enough time, but it also looks like I won't have enough time. But let's see what happens. First things first, we have our first character, which is the one and only Red Ranger in this scenario. And real quick, I will address these ones as designated color. Iron Shinobi, that's the official name of blank, or blank color Iron Shinobi, or something along those lines. That's initially what I'm going to call them, because I want to. Now, let's start off with the first one, which is Red Iron Shinobi of Initiative. Now, his suit design, as stated in the last video, I like this one personally because it's more defined, toned, clean, and sleek. And the main thing that kind of stands out is a little bit of the visor, as well as the scarf itself. I kind of didn't want to steer off of the initial design for majority of these characters. And it has a tassel there, very similar to Ninja Steel and Ninja. And I don't know what else to put on there, so we're just going to keep that there. Next one, we have Blue Iron Shinobi of Integrity. And this one, as you can tell, is pretty pointy. And I thought about it and looked at it with the other suits based off of Ninja and Ninja Steel. And it looks like there's like a common pattern in terms of different suit designs, and I wanted to follow that because I thought it'd be cool. And with that being said, that's the Blue Iron Shinobi for you. The next one we have is the one and only. Give me a second. Dang it. I know it's somewhere. There we go. Yellow Iron Shinobi. And as it suggests, it's kind of plain, and I kind of drew it a little lazy. I don't know. The only thing I remember from that picture was that I drew it in the car, and I drew it with a really dull pencil, and for some reason it's not like I'm in the mood to draw. It's more in the lines of it felt lazy, kind of. But this is what I have of the Yellow Iron Shinobi. The next one is the Pink Iron Shinobi, in which, in the detail that I'm going to put out there, it is this specifically. And that is for the female Sentai or team members. They will have these things on their waist, so to speak. It's sort of like a linen cloth, kind of. I don't know what it's called, but it goes in the front and it goes on both sides. And this is the split signification. I forgot what the term is called, but you get my point. It's supposed to separate which characters are a dude and which characters are a girl. And I went for that specifically because I didn't want to do a dress or a skirt. Personal reasons. Those are reasons, and also it's a little something new. Next, we're gonna fly through these fast, and I apologize if it feels rushed. We have the one and only, give me a second, White Iron Shinobi. And to be honest, it's almost, as I look at it, it's almost similar to Yellow Iron Shinobi with a flat top. I wanted it to be a little more smooth, and by smooth I mean like spherical type of smooth, but still want to keep that shape because, well, one, it's a feminine character, and second, I think it fits better. I really don't know. But that's the one I'm going to stick with. Moving on to the next one, we have the Golden Iron Shinobi of Purpose, and it is something I will be content with for now. I'm putting this one separate from like the rest, more specifically with the shoulder pads. As you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, based off of what my memory tells me, the show itself has the Gold Ranger sort of like in this coat that is not really a coat. It's sort of like a big scarf that goes around his shoulders, kind of. And I didn't want to necessarily jump off from that or completely use that, so I kind of went with an alternative and did something like that. And to compensate for it a little bit, I gave him a cape. Well, the cape is there for the replacement of the scarf, because I don't know if it would be appropriate, quote unquote, to use a scarf with shoulder pads, because this is supposed to be like an armor piece, if you know what I'm saying. Next, and before I mention the next one, these are sort of like two additional characters. One character, I believe, was from the original show, Ninja, and then the other one is one I literally made up because I think it's cool. And with that, these are the last two characters. First off, we have the Green Iron Shinobi. For this one, I also feel a little proud of it. It's kind of bland. I don't know. It looks very much the same, like everything else. And the reason why I say that is based off of what I remember from her first appearance. I watched a YouTube video where they have all the Green Ranger transformation sequence, and this one popped up for Ninja. Not the one that I'm currently showing you, but based off of Ninja. It looked the same as Aka Ninja. And I didn't necessarily want to go down that path for this round, and I just went with something different. And that's that. Last one is the one I made up. And he is the Black Iron Shinobi Soldier. And to be fairly honest, love him the way I drew him, but the only thing that I probably would change is the shoulder and side pads and probably make them more sharper, edgier a bit. I don't know. Make it more thin, clean, sleek, and I can't think of any other adjectives to describe it, but if you can look at the shoulder pads and the, whatchamacallit, I believe you would understand what I'm saying. So, that's pretty much all of the Sentai mentioned in the show itself. Now, I will talk a little bit more in depth to the show itself because I have time. And with me having time, I will mention 3 things. One is the story. Second thing is the Sentai a little more. And then third is the Zords themselves, because that would be very important. And let's get right into it. First is the story. Now, I will do this to the best of my ability to shorten this out. The story is a bunch of let me find the right words here. A paranormal set of demons that are really, 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 really old and really, 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 really the bad guys wants to take over Earth. Or let me rephrase that. They have been tormenting the humans in really old and ancient century Japan. And to combat that, a son and 2 boys have created 7 swords to repel off of them. And essentially these guys have been clashing for about 10,000 years or so. I don't remember, but they have been fighting for a while. And now the story focuses on the new generation of the heroes who evidently stopped them for good and all. Excuse me. So essentially that's the plot. I'll probably do another video to explain a little better. Moving on, point 2, the Sentai in depth a little bit. Granted, I don't really have much else to talk about in depth. I just wanted to say these few details. Number 1, their title or the way they are addressed is either like Red Shinobi or Color Shinobi or Color Iron Shinobi. Most of the times, just because of speed, we're gonna go with Color and then Shinobi, whatever it may be. And these guys will have distinct superpowers, which is the one thing I wanted to get at real quick. These guys have superpowers, and not in contrast. Well, dang it, I forgot the wrong words. Anyways, so we have our Sentai here. We have the red, which will have lightning. Red with lightning. Blue with wind. Yellow with earth. Pink with water. And if I can remember correctly, white is snow. Gold is fire. The green is tree powers or something similar to that phrase, and black is plasma. I think I mentioned all 6, but I might not have, but please let me know if I haven't already, but I think I mentioned all of them. And I'll talk about these more later whenever I get the time, but anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's majority I can talk about as of right now. I can't really summarize the third point I want to mention, the Zords, in like 30 seconds and less time. But that's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed, and I wish to see you in another video. Bye.